So this year pumpkin we decided to, as always, just randomly pick what we were gonna carve. And this year it was
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. Did you like that pumpkin, guys?
I'm praying that you wouldn't make a mistake during the cutting process. So 7 hours later, the pumpkin was carved. But you know what? It was worth the effort. That's all it is about. So we're saying goodbye to Halloween and getting ready for Christmas. When we got up first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock I think it was, so we departed. It was a beautiful morning. Jack, what are you playing? Oh, sun was rising, blue skies, straight road, not much traffic. We went to a place called Dingle. Dingle Peninsula, County Kerry. Supposedly there's a poem about Dingle. Would you like to hear it? Okay. There are wild horses in the heather, their neighing follows the wake of hewing wind wraiths. The ponies are hardy and stout, they go in and out of the clouds, slip through, swale and dingle. The moors are high, you don't feel the altitude, only the depth of the land. When the sky turns sullen, it tilts to smoother the earth. A bright sky will rise to meet you. It's actually not a bad poem. Anyways, moving on. Look at them mountains, huh? Beautiful mountains. And in Kerry they speak Gaeltacht dialect. I thought I'll include how Jack and I were trying to learn a bit of Irish. This goes back to the first lockdown when we had to do homework at home, record it and then submit it to the school for a review.
With our boo and the concha.
Boo and a cancha. Ta scarf or he. Ta kota or he. Ta hata or he.
B egg screeds, so it's asking you to write. We're talking about losing stuff today. So we've got Chael me Ganzi.
Hail me Genzi. Hail me hata. Oshin egg dul a hola. I found something creepy, look. There's a dead clown. Got a man down there. Hon Shane at AD de. Rewind it again, rewind it all around again. Just what's the gloves again? Hail me scarfy. Scarf. Cola, that's not
Egg dula cola.
What?
That's what egg dula cola. Say
Wait, this one.
not the one before egg dula cola. Egg dula cola.
Be Ocean Agdol.
We had a bit of a fun time of learning the Irish language. When you go into the shops, if you're able to speak to them in Irish, so they will speak to you back. But we're unable to do that. Nor's Jack. Nor's Dave. Oh. Always raining, it's always windy, so it's very hard to catch an amazing calm day. But when we got there, actually it was a beautiful day, but the following morning it was raining as always, so we didn't even have the time to show you the tents that we were camping, because it was an amazing, impressive big tent. But it took us like, I don't know, 2 hours to put it up, because it was new and we didn't know which end goes to which, like green to green, blue to blue, etc. But yes, so we decided we just go home. There's no point staying in Dingle if it's raining, because you cannot go anywhere, and we did not want to be stuck in the tent all day. And when we checked the weather forecast, it was just nothing but rain. Jacob, we need to get you a picture on the dolphin.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How would you rate your holiday so far?
100 out of a million.
Ah. Okay, come on. Let's eat, yes, sir. Look at the water coming out there. See, that's all the excess water that gets into the boat, Jack. So it spits right out. Oh, beautiful dip. Come on, Jack. Our trip was kind of shortened by a day. We wanted to stay for 2 days at least. It didn't happen. Again, maybe next year. Or maybe next year we'll go down even further south of Ireland, Cork, because Cork is an amazing part to explore. There's plenty of places, rocky shores and etc. That's if you love rocky shores. So in Dingle they do a lot of boat tours, so we hopped on a boat. Want to sit on the side, Jack? I'm not sure if you are aware or not, but Dingle was very famous for Fungi, the dolphin. And he was a very friendly dolphin.
Then you'll be lovely view across the South Kerry, west to the Basket Islands, and north down here to Dingle Harbour and Dingle on this side. So the very first photograph taken in Dingle was taken in 1906 from above the old hospital in Cloncarn, and it looks across the harbour here, and there's 14 houses visible right up there in the cliff top. Now the same photograph, well, for the same location was taken in 11, and all the houses are gone. So like it was tough living. The fish have a naval ogre, the sail attached, And in stormy weather, it was difficult to navigate the boat back through the harbours, and also there's a lot of drownings. So some people say Lord Venture felt sorry for them, and he wanted better living conditions and better working conditions. Other people say that Lord Venture wanted to clear all the houses so we could hunt the land, which he did do straight away. So across the harbour here is Hunting's Folly. That was built as a famine relief project in 1847. So instead of giving the starving people food, they made them work and use these projects like this to feed their families. So this served no function whatsoever. No one ever lived in it. No one ever used it for anything. Apparently Mr. Hussey likes to boast to his friends in Dublin and London that he owned his own castle in his hometown in Kerry. Yeah, so just to the right then we have Slaughteen Beach. There would have been a lot of swimming done with fungi from Slaughteen down the years, like especially early in the morning or later on in the evening when there's no boats in the channel. So fungi's terrain, should we say, went from maybe half a mile past the Red Boy, that bit's close to Dingletown as it got, and then a mile and a half radius beyond the harbour's mouth. So in 36 years this was the area. So it never took Martin or the other boatmen long to find them. Usually, maybe during salmon season, you could be feeding at the estuaries, but it still wouldn't take him too long to find them. So when he went missing last October, it was obvious that something was wrong. So the last ever fungi trip was done on Tuesday, October 6th. It was done by Martin here, and the very first fungi trip was done in 1984. It was done by Martin's father, Martin Senior.
Saw a fish.
Did you?
So our lighthouse was built in 1891. It cost £800 and it came in 4 parts that were rolled over the cliff from being on the beach, and there were the cars apart. So if you look closely, you'll see the joints in the lighthouse. So it's Ireland's first low-form lighthouse. Up to that point, all Victorian lighthouses were tall, like Poolbeg in Dublin or Hookhead in Wexford. But they reckon a low-level lighthouse would work better in Dingle because we get a lot of fog, and so it proved. So our last lighthouse keeper was Paddy Carter, aka Paddy the Lighthouse, and he came from the village of Glenvaughan like me, just over there, and he died in 1992, but it's been automated since 1983, so he spent the last few years of his life sitting up there, smoking a pipe, looking out for fungi. Now this stone structure on top of the rock is in Cooley Mawn, White Tower, so the rock it's sitting on was actually attached to the mainland.
It used to be a tower.
Once we were finished with it,